people that
Hey
hate
everyone,
me.
what's up?
Fucking hate
We are
me.
just
Well,
talking
there's a lot
about
of people
cosmic
that fucking
protectors.
hate you. There's a lot of people that hate
I'm
you.
the Vince McMahon of Power Rangers. Anyway, welcome to the...
What's going on? Why is there a picture here in the middle?
Ranger wrap-up, right? We're here at the Ranger wrap-up, and we're going to be talking about Beast Morphers Episode 12, Real Steel. Real Steel was also a title of a Hugh Jackman movie with Evangeline Lilly. Woo! It was also some, like, old-school movie.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But Real Steel,
Over here.
we're going to talk about this episode. But before we get into all that, that's L all the way over there. This is Daniel, and I am Joe. I forgot my name. But we represent the Illuminati right here at THS. Do the math, because TJ can't.
Yeah.
That was from our Retro Ranger wrap-up, so if you weren't paying
Should have
attention
been
to that
there. Should have been there. It was a good, not a great amount of not great episodes, but it's a fun time.
Yeah.
But let's talk about let's talk about some Power Ranger news for a second.
Oh, yeah.
What we got?
What we got?
I don't even actually know anything.
We got news for it.
Now, you can expect the release of the Black Ranger with the Dragon Shield by the end of October, and it is a Walgreens exclusive. Now, here's the thing. One thing I've learned about Walgreens during my journeys,
Oh, boy.
because now I have every single Lightning Collection action figure that they've made so far.
Nice.
Every single one of them.
They also have medicine.
What?
I learned that.
Walgreens?
Yeah.
Actually, Walgreens' toy section is pretty good.
I didn't even know they had a toy section.
That's
at
what,
Walgreens.
I was tripped out at first when they were like, Hasbro teaming up with them and they'll have exclusives and they're at Walgreens. I was like, why?
Because Toys R Us is gone, man. They gotta.
Well, they're coming back now next year.
It's true.
Now, here's the thing. Are any of you guys familiar with like going into Walgreens compared to like a CVS or a Rite Aid?
As far as like
the toy sections. Have you guys even taken notice of the toy sections of it?
Never.
Walgreens actually does have a pretty expansive toy section.
They
That's
do.
weird. I guess I've never been to one because CVS is my pharmacy. So.
Which makes sense because, when I want to get like cold medicine, I go to CVS.
Yeah.
But now I got a Walgreens card now too, like a thing.
They gotcha.
They did.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm hoping to only just buy Power Ranger toys. So just get up my points that way. But I do have every single one of those, and the Pink Ranger was the hardest to get.
Really?
Oh, but you did get it
that
out of
makes
Walgreens?
sense, though.
No, I got the Pink Ranger at GameStop. So here's the deal.
Okay.
Here's the way this works now. GameStop that I go to orders all the figures for me, but since I'm the only one that orders them, they have to buy them in cases. So essentially, I could get all the figures now straight to me from GameStop.
Okay.
They're great though. I love the GameStop. My GameStop personally, they have everything.
Well, don't tell which one it is because then everyone's gonna rush over.
I don't care. I already they have to hold it for me anyway.
Oh, okay.
But it's the one in Inglewood, right, where the new stadium's being built.
Oh, on Century.
Yeah.
Nice.
Century and Crenshaw is actually the cross streets. But it's crazy.
In and out over there.
There's another GameStop that's right across the street.
Yeah, there is. I was
It's
thinking
so
about. I don't
bizarre.
get how that works out.
So bizarre.
That GameStop like.
It's like Starbucks.
Let me ask you guys
Ooh,
another
it's
question.
my
Speaking
GameStop.
of Lightning Collection stuff, do you guys remember the Legacy helmet that they made? Hasbro made, not Hasbro. Bandai made.
Yeah.
A really big Red Ranger coming back from
Nice.
Hasbro, but it's more accurate. It's very similar to the Iron Man helmet that Hasbro made.
Oh,
Are-
nice.
It's a clasp on, and
Wow.
it seems like it's fitted. But they're delayed. They're delayed at GameStop, so I guess they're pushing the release back on those. Again, I was talking to JDF, and he was telling me that that before everybody was obsessed with the Green Ranger, but now it's the White Ranger. The White Ranger is the one that's in demand.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, why is that? Just because like.
Because there was
chose
so
to
much
get-
Green Ranger merchandise that probably flooded, and it's like, no, now we want White Ranger because we still love Tommy.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah, I would say that would probably be it. Also, the White Ranger is probably the most unique since it was the only Ranger from Die Ranger that's on the show.
Oh,
that makes
yeah.
So that could be a possibility too.
Okay.
But who knows? And the White Ranger aesthetic, the costume, the helmet,
It
looks great.
The white and
does.
gold, such good aesthetics.
It's good. It looks
It's a
really
white,
good.
black, gold. It's
Yeah.
all three, and they're just like, man, this looks great. It looks royal.
It really does.
It does.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. I don't think I'm gonna get the helmet though, just because
Yeah,
because I have the
no.
Phantom. I have a real helmet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
A real costume.
and a real suit. Yeah, but I think when you look at them comparatively, you can tell which one's
Okay.
real and which
Oh,
yeah.
Token's saying fake clasps. It's just a simple clip inside that can easily be pulled apart. They said so. It's like
We'll try to get
Because, I
one.
mean, it is still like a toy. It's not like a replica. It's not,
true. It's not Aniki or.
but it's
whatever his name
also
is.
very affordable.
I know. I was gonna say how much is it? Because like the actual
I think
helmets
it's
are
like
like.
$79.99.
See, that's affordable because the regular helmets go for like $300 to $500
300
bucks.
$500. Oh my god.
My whole suit cost me a little over $1,100.
Oh, jeez. You gotta wear it more often, man.
More often, I have to wear it. Period.
I was gonna say, oh well.
More often, I just have to put it on. It's really tight. It's really tight.
Joe,
Though.
like,
Like,
good morning, America.
the thing is, like, I think that those suits are built for smaller dudes. Like that, the boots are very tight on me. I've tried.
It is
most of
supposed to be skin tight though. Like those suits are not meant to be like baggy.
I don't know. But it's even smaller than like what I expected it to be.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even. It's not built for a dude my frame. I don't think. I'd have to like do some modifications to it. The helmet fits.
Letting
me
the seams out.
Yeah, the
I
helmet
don't think
fits
that
me
would work
perfectly,
though. I mean, it's like it's made for just
Look
a
at
smaller
that.
person.
What?
at
Anthony
that.
Davis.
Mr.
What's up?
Browse says, for Lightning Collection, I have Leo and Psycho Red along with Psycho Blue and Goldar on the same day, along with friends. Still have Zed and Kruger.
Nice.
Wow.
The
That's
Psycho
not
Rangers
bad.
actually look really good.
Yeah, dude, we were talking about
People
that
are
before.
doing some
Like,
comparisons
we
and
love
saying-
the look of the Psycho
Yeah,
Rangers.
it
They're
looks
I
amazing.
think
super
that's
good.
why they're so popular, the Psycho
Yeah.
Rangers, and I can't wait for that Psychopath book to come out. I know people at New York Comic Con were the first ones to get their hands on it.
Yeah. Did you get it, Blackwing? I know you went.
Who cares
Let me
about
know.
that guy? Hey,
If you got it.
is you and Blackwing should make Gemini Man 2. I think I'm onto something.
He's like, I'm better than you. You're not. They're punching him.
You guys-
He's like, who no one called action?
You
I
guys
just
should
start
definitely
fighting.
make Gemini Man 2.
But I just start fighting. They're like, what the hell's going on? Joe's like, it's a great movie.
That would be amazing. Gemini Man 2 with you and
Me and
Blackwing.
Blackwing. I can see that. I can see that.
That's great.
Oh.
That's great.
Blackwing
Didn't
goes
get
down.
So it's Larry
Nah, I
Newbill
didn't.
sent us a package.
Oh,
Before we
dang,
get
I wish you
into
did.
the Real Steel episode, which is a great episode, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was
Spoiler alert.
really.
Yes, boy.
Step 1.
The actual unbox. Daniel wanted to open it off screen.
Yes, so then
Just-
all we have to do is. I know people don't like to hear the.
What do we got?
Blackwing's head. I'm just kidding, man.
Wait,
Oh my God! It's Blackwing.
What's in the box? It's Blackwing's
What's
head.
in the box?
Ton
Whoa!
of shirts, actually. Oh my
I
god,
love
I
these,
think
I
I
love
know what
these.
this is.
I love
What
these.
are these?
Right, I was gonna do it. I was gonna hear you.
So wait.
Sock pom-poms!
Time out.
Free sock pom-poms!
Wait a minute. I gotta
Does
put this
anyone
down.
remember those toys?
You guys don't know? No.
So,
Sock pom-poms!
first and
I'm like Mega
foremost,
Man.
these all have individual names on it. This is Toku Kid's shirt.
Nice. What is? You can't open Toku's shirt.
Well, don't you want to see what it
what it
is?
is?
I do,
But then
like,
I don't
it's
want to
not-
roll it back.
Well, you're gonna roll it back. So.
Whoa, nice!
It's the green, like
Q
Q Ranger logo.
Q Ranger.
It smells like vinegar. Daniel.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I can't roll this back.
Migdalia.
Nice.
I need a box to put them back in.
I'll do it. I'm good at folding. I used to do retail.
Here, put this.
Give
put
them
the
to my
sign back
sock and
on.
bottoms.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna wait.
I'll fold it. Okay, let me just take this off.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll actually.
This is Migdalia's shirt. Oh man, I can't even.
Looks so good. Glad we don't have green screen today, because you
Oh.
wouldn't be able to really see it.
Migdalia also
Man.
got green.
Not bad.
Kelly. I mean, I think they're all the same logo. Kelly got pink
Makes sense.
Yes.
for her character.
Oh, they're all the same logo.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Jezer, orange.
Excellent.
Oh, Brian, yellow.
Yep, that's his
Whoa.
color.
Elle, you got yellow.
Nice.
That's yours. Josh Goldman gets a gray one.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
Daryl gets sky blue.
That makes sense.
Jessica
Nice.
got socks and a shirt.
Ooh.
Daniel, of course.
Yes.
And moi, I got like a reddish color. I feel like we just got drafted to an NFL team.
Oh yeah, like you have to hold up the shirt. Oh man. Oh. Larry Nibble, you're amazing, man.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Whoa.
Oh wait, there's more.
But wait.
There's more.
This is
Bonus. I love that. I love that. Bonus.
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah, right? I was like, I love this. Oh man.
Gargoyles.
Oh man.
No!
We
No!
love gargoyles.
Oh my god!
We don't have as big of a collection as you do of our
I just
African
lost my
cartoons.
shit. I literally just lost. Oh my god!
Nice.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, is this all for us?
Daniel,
Yeah,
this is for you, Daniel.
Oh shit! Nice. Thank you so much, Larry Noodles.
me.
Oh my God!
Thanks for Jessica.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Oh, Carmen San Diego.
Oh.
Nice.
Man, Larry, what? This is like
Daniel.
Christmas. Yes, because I love it.
Nice. Oh, man. I kind of
That's it. That's everything. That's amazing.
I
Thank you
wanna
so
do
much,
this now.
Larry
Oh
Newble.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is a cool shirt.
Just, dude.
I love these. I cannot wait.
This is great.
This
This
is
is
great.
amazing.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you so much, man.
That's
You
awesome.
have no idea. This is really big. You saw me how I just lost my shit. Gargoyles is
Crazy.
God.
It's such a good show.
Oh, it's the best show ever.
Also, thanks for these free sock and bottoms.
Oh yes. Oh, now we're gonna have to deal because she's gonna say,
I have
"Stop! Why? What? Damn you, producer!"
Awesome
Excuse
job. Thank you
me,
so much,
princess.
Larry Newble.
Oh man.
Appreciate it. Which one of these is yours? Which one is mine?
Mine's up there. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, so Beast Morphers happened.
Episode 12. Let's get into it. Let's
Real
talk about
Steel.
it.
Yes. All right. So
Nate
episode
is
12.
so cute. I love
Yes.
him. He is so
Yes.
freaking cute
Oh
and
my
adorable.
God.
This episode was great.
Like you just pick him up, and put him in your pocket. He's a little guy.
Who, you talking about
cute.
Nate?
Yeah.
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 And
Love this
Steel,
guy.
like, oh my god, this episode was like heartwarming and like super corny, but I absolutely loved it.
I did
This
too,
episode
actually.
was so ridiculously good.
The brotherly bickering was great, and
This
they
is-
really
It's not
caught
even
it.
bickering, it was like feelings hurt and it manifesting in ways that
Oh,
like doesn't
yeah.
really know how to communicate with anyone else.
True.
Being like
True.
the typical nerd, not until sports teams, you know? I relate to that.
And he was
I relate.
a little jealous of hanging with the others. It was really cool, actually. I really like this episode, and it's
I liked
crazy
it.
because, like, I didn't think I was gonna like Steel, but I actually do like Steel a lot.
He's
He
so
reminds me of
sweet.
the Tick
Does he?
in so many ways. He's very just sure of himself and kind of into himself so much.
It's
So
not
it's
even
just
he's
like I
into
love it.
himself. Like I think he's actually genuinely like caring, and like his explanation at the end, where it was just like, "Hey, like you're good at everything. I just didn't believe that you didn't know how to play. Like that's such a
Yeah,
foreign
I thought
concept
that was
to me."
it.
And it's like, oh, they're so cute. They're so
And
cute.
you know what I love too
I'm telling you,
is
it's
towards the
Tick
end.
and Arthur.
There's a great scene where the computer gets damaged by the fake Steel, or the fake Nate,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they have to fix it. And no, I'm gonna fix it. And he's like, but it's gonna take me a long. He's like, no, you can do anything that you want to do.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's such a good episode.
Yeah.
So heartwarming.
It
like,
was.
and honestly, Abraham I think Abraham acted his ass off.
He really
I was,
did.
oh my
It
god,
was so
I
good.
have that
So
in my notes.
authentic.
Dude, the actor's range. Okay, you have first when Nate loses his temper on Steel and goes in on him.
I love that.
Yeah.
That one part was like, okay, that was great actor's range. And then after that, we get the part where Commander Shaw does the whole reprimanding.
Yeah.
And then he goes, am I dismissed?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, dude!
Like, super
who
sass.
are you, man?
You're a sass and a
yeah,
host. You're
right?
commander.
My
But then
God.
also,
and
like,
then,
the scene where he's like, listen, I'm like, where Steel apologizes, and he's like, here, let me let's shake hands, and Nate's just kind of like, no, like I have other stuff to do.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that shows how hurt he genuinely was.
But
I
also
love that.
the switch on where it was the robot, the robo like Nate or the fake Nate, and that whole thing of how he acted, you can clearly tell, of course,
It wasn't him.
it
He was
the
like,
villain.
I need you to
But-
go away. And
But he still was able to do it. It's like
Yeah.
that range, all in one episode.
And the
Abraham
vulnerability
did so
when
much-
he's actually
Yes!
opening
oh
up.
my god!
And it's just like, oh, my poor little baby. He's so cute. He's so adorable.
Man. And I love that. I loved it. I loved every bit of that. I did say one thing that I do notice and I do like about this season that we don't have in Turbo is that they take the time to kind of lay out these seeds of things. For example, the cheetah claws.
Yeah.
We haven't used them yet. We know that they're coming, but it's not an instant toy commercial.
Yeah.
Cheetah claws. Oh, they're already ready. Oh no, I never.
he's
You never saw
developing
me.
them, and
You
he's
never
putting
saw
his
me
heart
work on
into
them.
it, yeah.
Yes. Everything that we've seen that pops out on the show, it did take time time. They actually like, oh, blah blah. When he made Steel's body, it was like, oh, okay, here goes the head. I have to make this, blah blah. And then when everything was done, boom, here we get the mention of Steel and everything like that. Every time something is introduced, it's new. They take the time to do it. They don't just give us everything immediately.
Well, these shows are less formulaic too. So like the Zord things are so secondary to
to the character development.
Yes.
Their interactions with each other, the world building,
which is
so good.
And even the commander was great in this too.
Oh,
like,
she
hey,
was great.
Like what happened on the field out there? Like
Yes.
what was that about? And
you guys work better as a team.
Right.
You need to be a team. Look at what they can accomplish when they work together.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it. But
Brilliant.
I did notice one thing, and I kind of noticed it, and it was weird. But I think this episode is possibly out of order, only in like production wise, and due to like Blaze not bringing up that whole data chip thing at all. They've been doing really well to bring up that data chip. There's this thing where they have this like data chip. It's just pretty much a circular kind of thing with a glowing light on it.
It's like they're
And
trying to
put
get
it
their
on the
powers.
mouse. Yeah,
Okay.
and they're trying to copy the Rangers' powers. It's trying to copy everyone's powers. They only have one more to go. They didn't address it or bring it up at all. So I feel like this one was done much earlier. Than
that
when
would
they
make
introduced
sense.
that story,
Yeah.
and they just put it in like, here we go, let's do the
It
episode.
makes sense, but I
That's
mean,
probably the
I'm
only
glad they
thing.
spend time like building up these kind of secondary characters to the Power Rangers. It makes a huge difference
Oh,
for
we're
the
getting
season,
buffering
for the
issues.
stories. Oh no!
Uh-oh. But I also do like where it's the villains finally have plans. They're actually like, okay, let's do something.
Not like our homegirl, Diva Talks,
yeah,
that
it's
like
not always-
I don't know what you're
I don't know what
with.
I'm doing, or the answer is always just fight. They're thinking like, okay, let's dismantle these Rangers.
Yes.
Let's figure out a way to do something that takes something away from them, so it doesn't even the playing field. So now when we do fight them, we can actually win. Last week, I know you didn't see it, but last week what they did was they had a tool monster, and it was destroying all of their weapons. So that their weapons couldn't work in the field. And it's like, now, let's destroy the Zord thing so they can't control the Zords. It's like, this is what you should be doing. And this is the thing that
Hey, it
they're
only
taking the
took
time
them
to
like
do.
this, a 26 season, so I'm super glad that this particular season is up to par, up to my expectations, where it's still a children's show, but I don't feel guilty watching it as an adult.
I think, this season, definitely I agree with you. I also think once you get to RPM and SPD,
Okay.
very, very similar in
But
terms.
that's way down the line from where I am currently, so.
Well, how long did it take you guys to roughly fly through?
I don't know. I was pulled on like almost 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, and we started, and I started with Mighty Morphin. I started in the very beginning of Mighty Morphin.
I want to pull the curtain back a little bit. Me and Tatiana went to go see
Gemini. Maleficent.
Joker.
Just kidding.
No.
That would have been my next one.
It was Gemini Man.
Okay.
I think it was. We were driving down. Actually, we were going to the press conference for Maleficent. Actually, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we were driving down, and she turned to me and she said, I know Power Rangers is a big deal. Like, I'll watch Power Rangers and do a show. And I was like,
Nice.
That's great. But then I was thinking, man, if we would have done the retro as a podcast, it probably would have done so well. But then I was like, really to go back again and do it again,
Hey, but with Tati
could
doing
just
it for
start
the
with
first time, being exposed to any of it, I think that would be super.
Yeah.
Because at least Mighty Morphin, I already watched that as a kid. Kind of got into a little bit Alien Rangers and then fell off.
But then, thinking about the format, would it be more? All right, let's dive into the characters, dive into the stories, because we also got to remember it has to be pretty simple because it's a kids show.
Yeah.
But then,
And it starts off with I don't know. Mighty Morphin was a really good introduction, though. When you get to Alien Rangers, I feel like Zeo is excellent.
Yes.
But then I was thinking, well, maybe we should just do a retro Sentai show, as a podcast.
Oh, that would be fun.
Retro Sentai show.
Yeah, we start with the oldest Sentai and kind of
Work
because now it's that's even further than the Power Rangers. But it also
and then I want to do YouTube videos that compare and contrast of the Sentai footage to what we have in America.
So then it would be essentially. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
But then it would be essentially us, because I haven't seen a lot of the Sentai either. So discovering for the first time.
It would be new to me.
I haven't watched any of the Sentai.
Just an
series.
idea, guys. Just an idea.
If you guys
of a
are
Ready
interested,
podcast.
put it in the chat so we can see how many of you might be interested in watching.
Yeah, because
like
if
that.
we do this podcast, and this would be a podcast, but then the compare and contrast would be videos done by one of the four of us.
Because we need to have assets so we can actually see the suits, the characters, everything else.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe we and then we would go episode by episode about the different seasons and be like, all right, this is what I liked. And
That's why I didn't put a lot of
discussion. What do you guys think?
I like it.
It'll be a lot of work, and it'll be years and years in the making. That's a big commitment. That's a lot of Sentai series. Yeah. That's a lot of American
Old
series.
Toku says it himself. Old Sentai is super strange, and different Ranger-esque stuff happens years down the line.
I think that would be interesting. You watching like all the Power Ranger ones, knowing what's happening, it kind of informs you of like the Sentai series. So when you see
how different they are.
Yeah, and you could be like, oh my god, I remember this because this was in this particular season. These characters are completely different. Like White Ranger is like kind of like the Justin version of
exactly.
It's like the kid, and it grows up to be a man, and it's weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that would be really, really fun.
Here's another question. Do we start it at the beginning, or do we kind of like just pick a season and jump around?
I would kind of start with something more interesting. Pick a better season. And pick something that has an American counterpart. Because not all the Sentai series have been made into...
So we pick like Jew Ranger.
Yeah.
Jew Ranger, which is Mighty Morphin.
And go from there?
Yeah.
Or we can go backwards?
And then I almost feel like you should do Q Ranger because that ties into Cosmic Protectors.
Now, Q Ranger is great because it's the best Sentai I've seen. It's the best Sentai I've seen. It's the only Sentai I've seen. And I love it to death.
I love Q Ranger also.
Man,
obviously. I mean, this is why you decided to...
Right? So, I don't know. Actually, it's funny we're talking about this. Before, yeah, right?
I love it!
But before this was going to be Q Ranger, like I said this on the Illuminati YouTube channel about when we did the Q&A.
I can't wait.
Originally, it was going to be done as a joke, and we just take one of the old Sentais and just do that.
The spandex something.
Yeah, multicolored spandex heroes.
Yep.
But once we got, because at the time hashtag show, we had the exact numbers that Q Ranger had, and I was like, this is like fits too well. But then I also realized that Q Ranger also. There's episodes, it's like 52 episodes or something. But some of that stuff is, like, some of it's filler.
I mean, of course, when you have that many episodes, I feel like something...
See, but even with the filler, it was still good.
Yeah,
because remember when they had to do the whole singing thing at that dojo? But really the big story was about, it was something about how the Scorpion one still couldn't deal with the fact that his brother was, blah, blah, blah. And then the baseball one. That was this is so stupid, and it was all because he didn't know how to play baseball.
Hey, I mean, that is an issue. Poor Nate over here doesn't know how to play sports.
That's
and it
true.
created the whole conflict in this particular episode.
It did remind me of it. It really did.
It is bizarre, but I was able to look at Q Ranger, understand it, and enjoy it for what it was. But a lot of the stuff that we're doing for Cosmic Protectors is like the theme of this like being a space ranger thing is about the same. Everything else is different though.
Yes.
Of course, but that's how the American stuff
Yeah,
well, some of it's almost direct translation. Some seasons are like almost a direct translation. Some are completely different. Like Lost Galaxy is not even space with Mega Ranger. It's nothing like the space version that we got. SPD I heard is decently similar though.
Interesting. I feel like compare and contrast of how it was adapted, and what the writers got correct or what they were able to bring over. Because sometimes like Turbo is not the same. The humor is very different. They try to make it a dramatic series, and Car Ranger is that very tongue in cheek and comic and slapstick Monty Python kind of humor.
That is very true.
Well, it's interesting too because there's me and my other writer Brandon Zachary. We've been discussing. I was about to spoil something. We've been discussing something that's going to happen in Cosmic Protectors, but then figuring out who ends up where. And it's so interesting because now that we're discovering the characters as writers, because I know that, obviously your character's based on you. It's not you,
but
it's based on you. But the character's starting to take a life of its own. So it's kind of like, okay, what would the character do?
Yeah.
So that's where it's becoming very interesting. And I think that one thing that we're doing that Power Rangers, at least I shouldn't say all Power Rangers, but a lot of them didn't do, was really try to develop the characters and get you to care about them, or even get you to hate them. I think that's one thing that Lost did very well. Was they got you to hate characters in the beginning, but then you end up loving them.
The point of view switch was super huge for Lost, and for character development. Man, Ben was one of my favorite characters. So one season and that flip where I'm like, man.
Oh my god! But then after that with the flip, I was just like. I like him even more now. It's because I would do that. I would do this to people too. Yeah. I would. Oh my gosh.
Man, if we could bring that back, a series that needs to be rebooted, Josh.
Lost?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think we should just do a rewatch podcast.
We were thinking about doing the Lost rewatch podcast.
I would love to, because that pilot episode, it is still one of the best pilots I've
ever
seen for any.
Yes, it is.
100%.
It's so
best
good.
Pilot ever.
It was immediately engaging.
Ever.
Never seen it?
Then you're missing out on life.
I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Here's the thing with Lost too is that there's the character archetypes are so apparent in the first episode.
But they subvert it every season.
Yes.
Every season you think you know someone, and it just immediately changes.
We were talking
perspective.
about, me and Tatiana got into a conversation about sirens, because we do live in Southern California, about who each person would kind of be, why they would be that person.
Yeah.
So she said this about me, and this kind of informed my character on Cosmic Protector. She was like, you're like the leader of the team, but you're not like a traditional leader.
Well, you're a reluctant leader.
Well,
not really. I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't say that either.
That's Jack, though.
I think she was like, originally she was like, you wouldn't be Sawyer. I know a lot of people think you would be Sawyer, but you wouldn't be Sawyer. You would be Jack. But it's interesting because it's like a character like.
But personality-wise, I feel like you would fit more Sawyer. But role-wise, you would fit more Jack.
Role-wise is Jack.
Yeah. Do a Lost style Rangers series in SPD Black Ops.
Oh man!
Well, the SPD Black Ops.
Thanks for that super chat, Toku Kid.
Thanks, Toku. The SPD Black Ops. Just you wait for another thing we're adapting for Power Rangers. But the Lost style. Look, there's a lot of things that we've been taken from our Cosmic Protectors universe that I'm not gonna lie to you, that will have like Lost style themes to it.
I hope so, and I hope that like if you can introduce the point of view changes, it's so rare to see that.
Well, I can't wait for people to like understand what we're doing, because
it's gonna be building up, because the first episode was okay, but man, you get way more in depth in the second issue.
Well, the first episode, the way that we wanted it to read, and Josh actually was the one that kind of pointed it out when the first episode, he said that it reads exactly like a Power Ranger episode would, so it's familiar to the fans.
It does.
Yeah.
And even Brandon Zachary, he was like, yeah, it reads exactly like a Power Ranger episode would. And then when you get to the second episode, it's like, it's still a Power Ranger episode, but they're way deeper. They're way deeper into their characters are a little bit more fleshed out. Your character, obviously, you were able to tell the difference right away, right?
Yeah.
And it was written. Yeah. It was like almost written. You know that was clearly written for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Certain things, powers, and everything. Like
there are particular things that happen where it's like, I can hear Daniel say that. Yep. Or I can see Daniel do that.
Like, but all of the characters, like, can we say who's coming back?
Brian?
Rob?
Oh, Rob, yeah.
Yeah, Rob's coming back. Like, that dialogue, I feel like really fits
that
him. I can't
was
wait.
really
I can't wait for him to read his parts.
Only reason I see his working that way is because who he's working opposite, right? And that's why it was like, oh, that is how his character is with his opposite. Yeah. As far as that makes sense.
Well, another fun thing that's going to be really interesting about this is that the first. So we're not derailing. This is turning into like the Power Ranger Cosmic Protector show. We're not derailing very much from that cast that was here at the time when Q Ranger was also being on. Like that whole cast that was here is coming back. So and it's interesting because I think we got everybody together one time ever.
Wow.
So in the same room, we were all together one time. So some of these people barely know each other, but now during the course of this, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be crazy that they're gonna know each other more after doing this than
spending the time like working on hashtag show.
Well, and speaking of your character, Elle, it's interesting because me and Brandon were sitting down and really cracking it, and it actually ties in. It ties into Sam's character, but the way that we cracked it was like, "Yep, that's what we're doing." And I explained it to you, right? What's your character? What happens with your character a little bit?
No, you just told me that you found out where you want it to go, and how it's going to tie into something else. But I can't reveal that.
Yeah,
flipping awesome. I actually, and another cool, and here's a main part that I would like to bring up too is that. Because we have a lot of Rangers that are willing to come back, they want to come back.
Right.
It's just really finding out.
Where they fit into your story, our story as well.
I'm not going to force them. I'm not going to force, like, Tyler's coming back from Dino Charge. Oh, okay, it's a Red Ranger team up. No. Everything that we're going to do has to be
authentic.
Yes.
And so far it has.
It has.
Because our first issue is only Tracy Lynn Cruz for that, even though there's a lot of other people that you want to bring in, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it doesn't. And even her mission, because
it's very small.
Well, her mission is actually large.
I know, but for issue 1 specifically,
it's very small. You don't get it. You don't get a.
You don't find out the whole thing.
There are hints
later.
of it.
Yeah.
But you don't understand. But like the thing is, the one thing that I noticed in Power Rangers, the mentors didn't necessarily have like a plot themselves.
Yeah.
I think the only one that really did was Udana and Mystic Force, or maybe even the dad in Operation Overdrive. But other than that, they were like even now the general, the commander that they have now,
the mother.
It's just a mom. Like they don't have their own subplot. So the one that we're doing with Counselor Hammond has a large subplot.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for that. I'm excited for a lot of what we're doing with Cosmic Protectors. I can't wait.
I mean, obviously, because we were here to talk about real steel, and I feel like for the last 30
minutes,
but that shows how passionate we are about it. And if you want to help support us, please go to our Patreon page /Cosmic Protectors. And if you want to support, check out the rewards. If not, you can just subscribe and get Morphin Mondays.
Exactly.
Early.
Yeah, you get more from Mondays early. You can also follow that Cosmic Protectors on Instagram.
Or on
Facebook.
Yeah. We'll be doing a lot more posts. It's been a little bit weak, but we've been working on a lot of stuff. So
what about Dr. K? I don't know what that's a reference to. Bryn, I love Bryn. I was in London, and he met up with me when I was in London.
Oh, nice.
You talking about for Beast Morphers or Cosmic Protectors? Because look, my goal is to get every.
I think he's talking about
Beast Morphers.
Beast Morphers. No,
Cosmic
Protectors. Dr. K.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy to fit her into the story. Super easy because there's a whole. And like I said, one thing we will be doing is expanding the whole universe, like big. I want to do Metal Heroes. I want to reintroduce the VR Troopers, the Big Bad Beetleborgs, literally everything.
Nice.
That was one of the biggest ones for me when you said that, because then I started going back, researching about them. Holy F. As far as the Sentai versus what we got.
Yeah. I'm going to do the Kamen Riders, Mask Rider. Dragon Knight is something I'm toying with.
A lot of people, I keep hearing that.
Hey, Dragon Knight? Like the Pokemon?
No.
See?
Oh.
That's why I'm like, Dragon Knight? What is? I keep hearing it all the time.
But even some of them,
about.
like, and it's interesting because especially here at Hashtag Show. Oh, here's a great story, actually. So here at Hashtag Show, we all have different tastes. The one thing we all have in common is we're all geeks. But we all have very differing tastes when it comes to what we like. For example, Josh is really into sci-fi, and that's great because I'm not as into it, but it's cool that he is. Or like Tatiana, I just found out is huge into anime,
Which is a shock.
and I didn't know that.
Is she really? Nice.
She told me.
I actually did not know that.
She told me that.
There's a lot I don't know about her.
I don't remember what she had said, but she grew up on only watching foreign language stuff, anime, and telenovelas, and like her first American show was it was like Smallville or something.
What? That came out way later. What?
Oh, it might have been Roswell actually.
Okay.
Still,
That's
but in that
that's
time
still like,
frame.
Oh,
Wow.
She is younger than me, so it's like the age. Okay, probably for her elementary school then.
Right. So that's something that I never knew. But like we all have different. I was going somewhere with this. So we all have different tastes. But the cool thing is when we're getting some of these other spin-off teams, for example, like when we spin off another team that has to do with a lot of sci-fi stuff, Josh is going to head up that show. He's going to know the characters we're creating, but it's going to be his show. Daniel actually pitched one of them, and I was like, we're doing that.
And then I tried to pitch off a mini story too.
Once we get there,
a one shot.
It's going to be that show is going to be like I want to make this an expansive universe where it's like that's Daniel's show, but I'll be like the Kevin Feige where I can oversee it all.
Excellent.
Yes.
Taking over the Power Ranger world, one season at a time.
One season at a time.
I like that.
I love it.
It's a new slogan.
I love it.
Taking over the Power Ranger world one season at a time. But I think back to Beast Morphers, talking about good Power Ranger stuff is Beast Morphers. Like this episode was super, super heartwarming.
It really was, without being too sugary sweet and without like hitting you over the head with like the message.
What was favorite scene, portion?
Like I said, it's that scene where like Steel was just saying that like it never occurred to me that you could. I thought you could do everything. It never occurred to me that you couldn't do something. I love that.
But also, like, my favorite was like when Nate actually opens up and he was like, "It's not that, you know, you're messing around in my lab. It's not any of that. It's because I just felt left out." And I feel like we all as people like feel that way at one point in our lives. And it's like, it does suck to open up about it. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to like have to admit that this is the reason why your feelings were hurt.
See, now you guys make me want to say like my favorite part was the apology admission where he like reveals that he is the real Steel, but that wasn't it. My favorite part was when Steel was like, "Here I come. Here I am to help. Devin." That was so messed up because he goes Abraham, like he goes Nate, oh God, get off me! He's like, he yells, "I need help!" And here he comes. You hear him, you're like, yes! He comes Steel to save his brother. Here I come to help, Devin, and he runs right past him, and he did the pause, and then goes Devin, and then starts fighting. And then after that, he's like, "Oh,
you would like that petty part." That is 100% authentic to you.
That is.
So I know for for sure that is your favorite part, and you are not lying.
And then when he was like, get out of the way, get out of the way, he's like, I can't get out of the way, the guy's holding me.
Yeah.
And he's like, get out of the way so I can shoot him.
New rule on the hashtag show live streams. Super chat, we will read your comment. If you mention Cosmic Protectors, I will also read your comment.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
Bryn Darby, he says, I'm confused about how you guys are going about the Zords and Cosmic Protectors. Yeah. That's what I'm going to be looking forward to seeing. I don't know where the confusion would lie. The Zords are going to be the Zords.
I mean, just like how they are in the comics. You see the Zords. Same.
Yeah, we will be doing Zord stuff. And they play a bigger part in episode 3.
Oh.
Which you just finished writing, right?
We just finished the revisions to episode 3.
Nice.
So it's pretty much ready to go. And I think that finale is better than the first 2 finales.
Yeah.
You're just going to... Well, I feel like every issue is going to get progressively better, especially with your support. We're able to put a lot more effort into it, a lot more time.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Just our resources, we're able to reinvest that money into the project that we're working on.
And look, episode 1 is it's good. It's a Power Ranger episode, and you get to meet the characters. Episode 2 dives deeper into the characters. Mm-hmm. And that one's a fun... Like, honestly, the inspiration... For that episode was Lupin the Third, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, like
the anime's actually really good.
Lupin the Third with a mixture, and like I have a soundtrack that I listen to when I do this stuff, and the song, there was a song that for the Sam and Rob stuff. The song that played in my head, if I was to see it, was the Cowboy Bebop theme song.
Oh, I love.
And if you actually, if you put that whole like scene with them together. And you play that song over it, like that's exactly the tone.
Okay, I gotta go into it thinking about that
right?
too.
Yeah.
So like, there's certain songs that I've picked out that correlate to certain big moments in the show.
Well, you know what you have to do now, right?
Put a playlist together.
Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
But it's taken from all walks of like.
That's perfect.
That's fine.
What's wrong with that? That's a great thing about a playlist. It can be eclectic.
Yeah, it's
doesn't have to immediately match as far as.
So I mean,
everywhere.
there's a big battle scene that's like, and the inspiration for that music was Shinsuke Nakamura's like wrestling theme song.
That's perfect.
It's crazy. It's super eclectic.
Oh my God, yeah, we need to do that and get that done, and then let's see if we can get some partnership with Spotify for some stuff too.
Yeah, I have the playlist actually on my phone currently. I can tell you the Parasite theme song for the anime would be the opening fight theme song, but it's a rock version.
Oh,
nice.
That is like, okay, this is the opening of Cosmic Protectors, how it opens, and this is the song that would play over it.
Hey, save this information for our next AMA. If we reach
Heck
another
yeah, that's
100
right.
I think
viewers,
next AMA is a cast. I don't think I'm on the next one.
But you are part of the
still,
cast.
You can always be there.
You are part of the cast, and I feel like as creator and like the one coming up with ideas, that this is actually super interesting. Yeah. But we want to save this information. Please sign up at patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. When we hit that next $100, we will have another AMA, and you will get more gems like this.
That's right.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah,
man, this is gold, man.
Yeah.
I want to save this for people that are supporting us. Like,
right.
this is golden information.
Yeah, so we'll do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And we will eventually release it out to the public, but we want our patrons to be the first.
Yeah,
to get this
maybe when
information.
I think a good idea is we'll start the Spotify playlist as episodes come out, and we'll keep adding to it.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I think that would be great. That is fantastic.
But you guys will enjoy it. But
even
it's been
the playlist, you can label them as issue 1, issue 2,
1,
issue
2,
3,
yeah,
and have a series of them. I feel like that'd be so great.
So Lucius does have a question. I think this is something that we do have to still answer probably even before AMAs, which is when will we get Cosmic Protectors on YouTube?
We're aiming. I don't want to make any guarantees.
Yeah, we don't make a guarantee, but as far as the timeline...
We're aiming for a trailer to come out around Christmas time. Aiming.
Yeah. We're aiming.
And we're also aiming for the first finished episode to be done sometime in February. Mainly because we want to coincide that with the release of the new season of Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
So that way more people will be looking for it.
Yeah, but if you want to stay up to date, make sure to follow our social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram.
Jezzer's in the room. How's Japan?
I know!
Oh, Jezzer! Oh, my God! We love you, Jezzer! Oh, my gosh.
He gets to be in Japan, and if you get a chance, follow him, too. His pictures have been phenomenal. I'm
Yes.
actually bookmarking a lot of his stuff, so when
right,
I go to Japan,
yep.
I'm super excited.
He just did a live stream, and Justin jumped on it with him, and I was
nice.
for a bit. Yeah.
See, what I want you to do, though, Jezzer, because I'm going to have to... I want you to go to, like, those night markets, because I want some babe stuff or something, They say it's illegal here, but it's not illegal there.
Bape? Or vape?
Make no guarantees. Just make it awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what Brent
No
said.
guarantees, make it awesome.
That's what Brent said about content.
Okay, I like that. Actually, you know what? That actually is a great slogan. Make no guarantees, just make it awesome.
We are doing our
That's it.
darndest.
I like that.
Let me ask you a question, because you guys have read the first 2 episodes. Out of the Rangers, who's your favorite Ranger?
Probably
that you
Jessica.
Read? Jessica. Okay.
Yeah.
You?
Because I think her origin,
cool.
the way that she's brought into it is probably the most interesting. It's like kind of through the eyes of us.
I mean, sure, there's
Other
me.
Ranger.
Come on, but I can't say me. That's like kind of crazy to say, even though it is the answer. So I'm gonna go with, funny enough, Daryl.
Interesting.
Yes.
For me,
Is it?
I find
That's
it
pretty good,
interesting
too.
because Daryl's story is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think right now, for me, I think it's Sam.
But that's
Oh, dang, that's true.
You too,
Yep.
Sam?
That's
Really?
true, but
Yeah.
that's issue
Okay.
2, though. See, that's why I was like, I thought we were only gonna go with issue 1.
Okay, if
We're
we're going to go
with
with issue 2, then
Everything, yeah.
Oh
All right.
man, then damn, Sam is. Oh, God.
I like Sam.
It's a duo thing for me.
we don't want to hype it up because like issue 2
That's right.
a
You
little
know-
bit further down the line. But issue 1, please stay tuned for that. We are super excited. We need to wrap up the show because we are going to be live from Gallifrey next.
That's
We
right.
are talking about Rose's departure, so please stay tuned in just a few moments.
Trust me, we're gonna have a celebration.
We
So,
didn't rank this episode. Give it a ranking.
Oh, this episode gets a 5.
5,
I
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was
For
great.
sure.
It was sweet, heart touching, funny at moments.
Heart-touching?
Everything was. What else? What do you call it?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. Heartfelt. Is that
Heart-
right?
yeah.
Heart-touching.
I like that. I like that combination of
Yeah,
like
right.
heart
Right.
touching.
It's touching, and it was my
Now,
heart.
5. What do you guys
I
give
did
it in the
this,
chat,
I
and then
did
we're going to
this.
sign off. Boom.
Yeah, what do you guys give it in the chat? Be quick. I'm gonna 5, 4. Okay,
5.
good.
Jared Hodges
All
gives
right,
it a
Jared
5.
Hodges gives it a 5. What else do I got from anyone else? Kids say the darndest things. I haven't watched it yet. I want to see it.
Lucius was the one that did this? He went, ha!
Yeah, he was.
That's that
It
guy?
was the
5.
single tone laugh.
Thomas Franco, 4.5. Mikey Perez, 5.
Woo.
Blackwing, 4. Larry says, hell, I'm already hyped for that.
Good.
Larry gives it a 5.
So are
I
we.
love it. Yes, trust me. I know I am. I know I am.
You gave L the wrong color. I'm just
Oh,
going to tell you
man.
right now, though.
I know. I'm
Aw.
going to be the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
But I
Hey,
do like
spoiler
yellow.
alerts.
I'm gonna be a Pink Ranger. It's just
I'm
me.
just kidding.
It's just me.
I'm actually going to be the Gold
Pink
Ranger, obviously, because I love gold.
That's true.
No, but we have a lot. 5s, 4s. We got a lot.
Man,
this
not
is
bad.
a
Yeah,
good
5.
episode.
Yeah. Everyone loves it. So everyone did like the episode. It's
Yes,
not
I
bad.
did.
Blackwing had a 4 out of 5. And
That's what he did.
he did. It was so
Didn't he
funny.
also have, like... Never mind, the girlfriend, and he punched her.
Yeah, well, was it accidentally?
Yeah.
But was it him or was it, no, that was someone else?
Oh,
I
God,
thought
I think it was him.
No,
He
that
told
was,
that story.
It was Daniel, what's his name, that accidentally punched
No, I
that
think
girl.
it was him. No, this Daniel Diaz punched a girl officially.
Oh, okay.
But, like...
Why are we airing out this random stuff with other people?
Yeah.
No, he told it on, like...
He told it on the air.
on the air.
All right,
but
we're
yeah,
gonna
he
sign
did,
off. We're going to sign off. It was like a Three Stooges.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. But okay, guys, once again, climb up and click that bell. I know sometimes it seems like a hard thing to do, but if you do it, you'll be able to know what's happening. So this way, you'll be able to subscribe, you'll be notified, and you'll be able to keep up to date with everything trending.
In Geek Pop Culture!
Bye bye.